In this video, I'm giving you 7 skills to make you a one-on-one beast. If you learn all of these moves and get really good at them, it'll make it so that you are prepared for most one-on-one situations and that you'll win more of them more times than not. Now before we jump into the first move, if you haven't gotten it already, get my free ebook, Game Changer, which is going to help take your game to the next level. It is free to get down below in the description. Now let's jump into what the first move is. Now the first move is one of my personal favorites, and I just call it the Ronaldinho step over, as he used to use it all of the time. And so what you'll do is you'll touch the ball forward, usually with the inside of your foot, then go around it and take the ball out the other way. This additional touch really does fool the defender. A lot of times I think they believe you're going to do a Stanley Matthews or something similar, but it is an amazing move that works so often. I love to use this move to set myself up to shoot or cross or just to create space. It is one of my go-to moves every single time. The next move is La Croqueta. And I probably don't need to tell you how effective this move is and how useful it is, but it is. It is an amazing move to use when someone lunges in at you or you want to create space or get out of a tight spot. It's 2 very simple movements, touching it from one side to the other, either with a touch or with a drag, but it's the timing that really makes this move effective. Players like Iniesta in the past used this move all the time. Messi uses this move all the time. And if you just watch pro football all the time, you'll notice this move is used very, very consistently because it's just so good. This next move I simply call the Neymar Chop, even though I know players like Ronaldo and others have used it, but I've seen him use it more often than anyone else. Now, this is an amazing move to make it look like you're going to go one way, or to actually go one way and then chop it back the other way. It's very effective when done quickly with that really hard cut back with the inside of your foot. It's another move I've found to be very effective, especially when someone's getting in tight on you or you're out wide and you want to get out of a tricky situation. It's very simple, even though it's very quickly done right here. You just drag the ball to one side and then Ronaldo Chop it out the other way. And this is one when you get really good at is going to be very, very useful to use. Now this next one is another similar move that's very quick and uses quick touches, but I just call it the Ronaldo Chop, as I used to see him use it all the time. And what you're going to do is touch the ball with the inside of your foot to the other inside of your foot, and then knock it back the other way. This is another very good move that relies on speed and is great for changing direction, and one I would recommend you use when you're in a tight spot. I've used this move many times, and it works very, very well. Now we're getting into some fancier moves with the outside Elastico. Now this is not a move you'll use all the time, but it's a fun one to have in your repertoire and one you can pull out in practices or when you're playing with your friends. I have seen Cristiano Ronaldo use this move actually in high-level matches and it be really, really good. Now I would consider this move a little harder than the regular Elastico, because you're literally taking 2 touches with the outside of your foot, one in and then one out very quickly. There isn't much more to say about this move, except you're going to have to practice it very often to get to the point where you're doing it like you see in this video with these 2 quick touches. So let's go over to the LTurn, which we're actually going to use in a combination later in this video. And this one is a very simple move where you drag the ball back and then hit it with the inside of your foot, taking it out the other way. This is another move I found very useful. I used to love using this move because Zidane, when I was a kid, used it all the time to create space or to take the ball away from a defender. You can see that you can get really quick at this move, which makes it even more effective. But it's one of my favorite moves to really take the ball out the other way and create a little bit of space or separation from the defender. Now we're on to a little combo move using the LDrag and then bringing it back the other way. This is an amazing move to use at a standstill when you need to get a little bit of space and to get a defender to really back off, or if they're trying to go in quickly and you can take the ball away from them. Again, this takes a lot of practice. You'll need to know how to do the L-turn and then the drag in order to do this effectively, so breaking down the two parts of this move. But it can be one that, although looks a little fancy, can really be useful in your matches. If you learn all of these 7 moves and commit them to muscle memory, I guarantee that you're going to be not only beating players one-on-one, but keeping the ball more often. I would take the moves that really jumped out at you as ones you want to add to your arsenal of skills and start practicing on them. I would start with 3 of the moves that you saw and really liked and think will be useful to you. Now I'm going to have another video pop up on screen for you that I think is going to be a great follow-up video to this one. Anyway, again, if you haven't already, make sure you get my free ebook down below, and I'll see you in the next video.